Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name's Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Modern Warfare, and I wanted to share with you guys the new best class setup for the Uzi here in multiplayer. I'm sure most of you guys know at this point the Uzi is taking over since the MP5 got nerfed, and I wanted to share with you guys the best attachments that you can use regardless of the game mode that you're playing. I'll show you guys a couple different variants that I've been playing around with that I think are personally the best to use, and hopefully you guys will be able to dominate with this thing like I've been able to dominate with it recently. So if you guys take a look at the stats that we're going to get with this specific UZI class setup, you guys will see that the main focus here is going to be accuracy, damage, range, and mobility. We want to be really quick with this thing. I wanted to almost mimic the MP5 and really give it that really aggressive and powerful setup, and this one just takes the cake, man. It's so freaking good. You guys will see, like I said, we get that nice boost to accuracy, damage, and mobility, and a really nice boost to range here. We only lose a very small amount of control, but not enough to really make a difference on anything. A very accurate and powerful Uzi setup that hopefully you guys like and are able to destroy with. So if you guys take a look at the attachments that we're going to be using, we're not going to be using a muzzle. The barrel that we're going to be using is the FSS Carbine Pro. So this is one of the best attachments that you can use with this Uzi. This is what's going to give it that significant accuracy, range, and control. You guys will see that we drop off a significant amount of mobility here, but it's definitely worth it. We'll make up for the mobility with some other attachments. You need to be able to have good accuracy, range, and control with this Uzi because of how terrible it is from long range without this barrel. So make sure that you do have the FSS Carbine Pro. Keep in mind, guys, that if you haven't used the Uzi a lot, this is one of the attachments that you have to unlock by completing challenges. One way that you can get around that, one way that I did this season, there's a new Uzi called the Glacial Polish that's in the Battle Pass, and if you use that specific blueprint, you can change the attachments and automatically have the FSS Carbine Pro unlocked without having to do any challenges. So make sure that if you don't have it, you try to do that. That way you don't have to go through the process of trying to unlock it. But again, the FSS Carbine Pro barrel, we're not going to be using a laser, and we're also not going to be using an optic. I think neither of these attachments are worth it. We're going for range here and mobility, so we're leaving both of those off. The stock that we're going to be running with is the no stock, so this is what's really going to save our movement speed and our mobility here from that barrel. You guys will see that we get movement speed and aim down sight speed as our pros, giving us a really nice boost to mobility here. The only cons are aiming stability and recoil control. It shows us losing a lot of accuracy, range, and control here, when really the only thing we're losing is a little bit of control, because aiming stability doesn't affect our SMG since we don't have idle sway. So the stats lie to you a little bit here. We're not actually losing as much as it shows, but again, the no stock, a really good attachment to use. The underbarrel that we're using is the Merc foregrip. So this can change based on your play style. I play super aggressive, so the Merc foregrip is a fantastic underbarrel to use if you are playing aggressive. That's going to give you recoil control, but also hip fire accuracy, giving you a really nice boost to accuracy, range, and control. Now, a lot of the times recently, I've been trying out the Commando foregrip, because with this, we actually don't lose more ADS speed, and we're getting recoil stabilization. So essentially the same thing. You guys will see there's not really that big of a difference in the stats, but one thing that you will notice by switching back and forth between the Merc and the Commando is that with the Commando, you are much more accurate from long range, which is good if you're not a super aggressive player. If you like to rush towards the middle of the map and play a little bit more long to medium range, the Commando foregrip is definitely the better way to go. But if you're going to be bum rushing spawn, regardless of the game mode you're playing, Merc foregrip I think is always the best underbarrel to use because of that hip fire accuracy. So again, the Merc foregrip is what we're rocking with on this specific class setup. The ammunition that we're running is the 41 AE 32 round max. Now, I think this is probably the most important attachment out of everything for this Uzi. This is what's going to make it a god gun and very overpowered. You guys will see that this essentially works like those 30 round max for the MP5 that boost the damage. Here we're getting a significant boost to damage as well as range. We're only losing a little bit of accuracy here, but trust me, it is worth it. You will drop players so much faster. I was watching a couple of my friends last night using the Uzi without these mags, and they just don't kill anywhere near as fast. So having the 41 AE 32 round mag is definitely the best way to go. Keep in mind, guys, this is again an attachment that you have to unlock by completing challenges. I think you need to get 3 hip fire kills in 5 different matches while using the 50 round mags to unlock, but definitely worth the process to unlock this thing. They're so good. Last but not least, the rear grip that we're going to be using is stippled grip tape. So this is going to improve again once our aim down sight speed as well as our sprint to fire speed, which are 2 really great pros to have when you're playing aggressive in Modern Warfare. You guys will see the only con here is aiming stability, so we're really not losing anything with this attachment. Basically 2 free pros here. So again, that stippled grip tape rear grip, but I'll give you guys one last look at all the stats and attachments that come with this specific Uzi class setup. Again, a very powerful Uzi setup that's great for running gun, especially if you're playing game modes like Search and Destroy or Cyber Attack. I've been having a lot of fun using this, and hopefully you guys are able to do really well with this thing. But if you guys have any questions or anything else to add about this specific class setup or anything else about the Uzi, please make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure and try to help some of you guys out. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.